G'day, Steel Nation. How you going? It's Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia. What's going on, West Country? What's that? Let's go, baby! Yes, yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with the schedule?
So I think the stereotype that we drink Fosters, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The first ever Foster I saw was in America. I've never seen
I
one
thought that
here.
was like Australia for beers.
For what?
Steelers Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, and it's game week. My Tuesday, your Monday. I believe it's your Labor Day or something like that. Some kind of holiday over there. We're going to discuss today just quickly about the Jaylen Warren contract. We're going to talk about some jersey numbers, maybe go over the week 1 NFL pick'ems, but I don't know if I'm doing one just yet for the HDU and the fantasy football crowd. If you can, someone can go to the Discord, or I might put a link in to the community post. Maybe if someone can try it from like a USA perspective, give it a shot, because I've made one for the ESPN Australia site from my Facebook. I've made one there. So there's some big news today, and we are getting ready. We are getting ready to, what's the word? We're getting ready for the Jets, Jets, Jets. And football is around the corner with the Eagles and Cowboys and Chiefs and Chargers in Brazil. And then our game is the Steelers and Jets. So what is happening? G'day, Jetta. What's going on? G'day, George T. G'day, Michael. And also, yeah, I saw bits of this on the Twitterverse. There's apparently James Harrison and Joe Hayden have a podcast called Debo and Joe. I saw bits of it on Twitter. So you know what? At this point in time, everyone's got a podcast. Every player's got a podcast. There's so much Steeler content out there. You just got to choose which one you want to listen to, basically. That's like, in a nutshell, is like, which one do you want to, put your time and energy into? And I'm very thankful for you guys checking out today's one as well. So let's get into it, man. This was I work like as normal. I wake up and I'm like, what happened? I have no idea. Apparently, not Joe Hayden. Jaylen Warren signed a 3-year deal. And I'm going to read this from Ian Rappaport. Says the Steelers and the running back, Jaylen Warren, have agreed to a 2-year deal, so a 2-year extension that pays him $7 million this year and includes $12 million guarantee. So over the next 3 years, Warren is now signed till 2027. So this is a good thing. And I also read too from Alex Kozora. Hey, everybody. Mr. Alex Kozora from Steelers Depot, he was saying that this is the first running back the Steelers have signed in 20 years, because they got rid of Najee. They didn't really sign. Have they signed Bell? No, Bell was friend. I don't know. He said something like they to an extension. Let me bring it up. It was they had an extension. For the first time in 20 years. And I don't think they have. I'm pretty sure they have not signed anyone else in that case. Anyways, I don't know where it was exactly. I need to find these tweets and I need to repost them, because I sometimes do. But we didn't sign Bell, right? Yeah, 2-year extension for Jaylen Warren. Here it is. First Steelers running back. Yeah. First Steelers running back to sign contract extension in 20 years. So that means that Bell, he wasn't. Bell must have been like a franchise tag or something like that. Must have been. What up, Corey? How's it going? 100%. 100%. So my immediate reaction to this is you've now got Warren, who's a thumper, who's all he cares about is hitting hard, playing physical, playing Pittsburgh Steelers football. And yes, we haven't seen him run. We haven't seen Warren run, as a number one running back just yet. But they're going to run back by committee. They got Kenny G. And also gives time for Caleb Johnson to go into his role. Like, think of that. So Warren signed a 2-year deal to 2027. And Johnson's rookie contract goes to 2028. I know we're jumping the gun because we got football coming out very soon, but this is a good deal, best for both parties. Warren gets paid his money, for $7 million guarantee. He's not going to be a true number one running back, but he's our guy to play for our team. And the Steelers win because they get a running back and they can go and draft maybe a guy next year and go and get maybe a free agent, but they've got him to pair with Johnson for the next 2 years. What up, Paranormal the Funhouse? What's going on? So, yeah, I didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't hear any news about it, but Omar Khan wants to sign some players on their last year of their deal to get them ready. And what better way to sign a $7 million contract or $12 million contract and go into the season and having a chance to go to the playoffs. This team can do it. Like I said this morning in my G'day Steelers Nation that the Steelers can win 27-0. And I fucking believe that. I really do. I definitely believe that. So that's good news. That is good news for our team. For our team that they can give the contract to. G'day, Bubba. What's going on, mate? Make sure you guys check out 2 tonight as well. Bubba goes, and I get my days mixed up all the time. The number one struggle is always trying to figure out what day is for me and what day is for you guys. But tonight is Bubba's show with Shano, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Steelers Dynasty podcast. And then tomorrow, we're going to break down. I thought what we do is just do a game preview, break down the other side, break down our team, what we expect from our guys, but also break down the Jets quarterback, running back, receivers, O-line, D-line, try and break down them too. What up, Roger Rivers? What's going on? From Bartlett, Tennessee. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to break down the Jets preview and how can the Steelers beat them 27-0. So, too much irons. You had a few beers yesterday, mate. Was I there yesterday? Was I there the day before? I was there, right? We did a fantasy thing yesterday. Yeah, we did a fantasy. Yeah, I was there. I can't keep up. Honestly, I can't keep up. So we did a fantasy football draft yesterday too. It was quite fun. Bubba got the first number one overall pick because it's scuffed up. It should be known as the scuffed year, the 2025 scuffed year. But it's going to be really hard to win. So whoever wins, I will buy them a jersey of their choice and player, and we'll figure it out. So it should be good. Anyways, that's the news. That's the news Warren signs. And what better player to go from? He's been undrafted. He signed a 12K bonus, and he made the team, climbed the depth chart. He was number 3 at one stage? Or was he number 3? I think it was, was he 3? At one stage, he must have been 3. It must have been Najee Harris and someone else. He must have been number 3. He was undrafted, and here he is getting a contract with our team. Other news was the Steelers have decided who's captain, right? Unlike other teams, a lot of other teams out there have 6, 7, 8, 9 captains. Steelers only really go with, one lead captain being probably Rodgers, or I don't know if he's the number 1, or it could be Cameron Hayward, but they go with 4. They normally go with the offense, defense, teams, and they go with 1 overall captain. So Steelers have gone with captains here: Cameron Hayward, Miles Killebrew, and Aaron Rodgers, and TJ Watt. What can you say? That's almost expected. Our team, we don't have to go with 8, 9, 10 captains or whatever it may be. They just choose the guys who are in their place. Like Cameron Hayward, yes, he'll be turning up. He won't be holding in. He'll be there week 1 against the Jets. Killebrew's been fantastic on teams. He can knock down punts. He's a team leader. Ever since he came here, 3 or 4 years ago from the Lions, he's been that guy to get teams ready and going. And they had TJ Watt as well. He's probably not the most vocal guy out there, but he definitely leads by example, hits them hard, hits them strong, and he's going to wreak havoc. And then Aaron Rodgers is the true professional. By the way, I've come around a bit. I've come around thinking, I think I'm excited. I think I'm keen. Wasn't keen 5 months ago for Rodgers to make the team, but now I'm keen for Rodgers to fire the football to Jonas Smith, to fire the football to not Heath Miller, to fry a move to DK Metcalf. I'm pretty keen. I'm pretty keen to see who's coming in. So Cameron Hayward, Miles Killebrew, Rodgers, and TJ Watt. Those will be your Super Bowl 60 captains. It can happen. At this point in time, we're all 0-0. Every team in the NFL has a shot, except the Browns. The Browns don't have a shot. All 31 teams have a chance, maybe the Saints. All 30 teams have a shot to go and hoist the Lombardi at this time, all being 0-0. But some of the worst teams are the Saints, maybe the Titans, maybe the Browns. They have no shot. At least people always have a go at like Mike Tomlin, the standard. Like you're going to get a chance at this time right now. Tomlin is getting his team ready to win games early, to win 5, 6, 7, 8 games. I think Bubba's doing the prediction tonight too on his show. But he gives a chance to win now. But there are some teams out there like the Browns or whoever. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. 6 Super Bowls we have, right? And there's some teams out there, Browns, Bengals, they fucking suck. They have no chance, right? Even the Cardinals have 0 because we beat them. Chargers have a better team this year. But I think in 2025, the Browns have already been eliminated. I think Tennessee Titans have been eliminated. The Saints have won one, but they have a really bad team. They've been eliminated, right? Even the Cowboys trade away their best player. They won't make the playoffs this year in 2025. So I'm very thankful to be a Steelers fan because we have a chance at the start of the season, and we have a chance for the Mike Tomlin-led team and Aaron Rodgers-led team that I'm turning around on, that this team, I think if they run the ball, and we'll do the preview tomorrow, but if they run the ball and it's going to be a slow start on offense, the defense can counteract that and hold the Jets to minimal points, hopefully 0, 3, or 10, and we can win that game 17-10, or we can win that game 21-10. Like the Steelers week 1 don't need to go crazy on offense yet. If it doesn't work straight away for me with Rodgers and DK Metcalf, give it time. It's the first fucking game they play. Give it time. Other news too, there's shit happening because I'm getting ready to go overseas. Getting ready to go over to Dublin, Ireland. If you are going overseas, check out the watch party on the September 28th at Camden, the hotel, where you can see the big screen here, right? I'll be going here after the game. But my seat, because I'm very foolish and crazy, I spent over $2,000 to buy this seat. I think that was like $1,500 US to buy this seat in Croke Park, to be there to wave my terrible towel and go crazy as a Steelers versus Vikings. And we start off 4-0. There's a good chance when the Steelers beat the Jets, we can beat the Seahawks at home. We can go to New England. We can beat them as well. 3-0, and I can see our 3-0 squad go into Dublin, Croke Park, surrounded by all the black and gold fans, and go nuts. So I'll be there in Croke Park. But if you can't make it and you are going over, then check out the Camden and check out this big TV here where I'll be going celebrating after the win. I'm probably going to be drunk for like 3 days when I first get there. On the Friday, there's a pub called the Woolshed in Dublin, Ireland. There's a Steelers meetup there. There's another one on the Saturday that I've been talking to BMAC in tweets, not personally, but I had him on the show. And BMAC is he's a part of this one called the Arlington or something like that. I can't remember which one it is. Let me figure it out. There's another one that Brian McFadden's going to go there. It is called the Arlington Hotel Bar, Hotel and Bar. And there's Brian McFadden. He's having like a podcast event or whatever it is on stage. We have a few drinks here and there. So I'm very lucky that one of my mates, Tom McCormack, who came on the show last year, the Steelers International Fan of the Year. He is going to help me and get me a table because I couldn't get a table. So I'm going to be there too. So the very first few hours when I fly into Dublin at 6 a.m. will be my Thursday. I check in, and then it's going to be like I live in Pittsburgh, because the first few hours I'm going to try and find my hostel, go and get some grub, go to sleep. The next day, Friday, walk around Dublin, have a good time, and then I'm going to go to one Friday pub to fucking cheer our team on, and then Saturday cheer our team on with Brian McFadden. Try and talk to him and say hello. I'll see if he remembers me. He may not remember me, and that's fine, even though I had him on the show. And then the Sunday is game day, and then Monday is zonked out, chill out. So it's fucking getting there, man. We are definitely getting there. It's a lot of fun. I was going to say that too. I should do that as well, definitely. Yeah, I was going to go into the jersey numbers next. So g'day, Jamie. What's going on? But yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's never over. This is the funnest part. This is the funnest part of the season. Like, I love this stuff, man. This is why I'm so crazy about it, right? Going over to Pittsburgh too. My money's getting ripped to shreds, but I'm going over to Pittsburgh as well for the draft. I filled out the International Fan of the Year again, so hopefully I can win that. We'll see. We will see. But yes, we have as well. Max Hurleyman is now number 84. Everyone knows that is that's Antonio Brown's number. But in other big news, as we start to go the season, right? Captain talk, done. Jaylen Warren, done. Right? Big 94, big YA Black is now wearing 94. And here it is. So before the season starts, we have, I think, a few number changes for certain players. If I can go backwards, hang on. Let me see. I retweeted them so I can try and find them. And he's one of them wearing 94, and he used to wear 94 back at Iowa State. No, sorry, Iowa. Wrong one, Iowa. So Alan Saunders reports here some new Steelers uniform numbers is Andres Pete wears number 71, Ezizi Otomewo wears 93, and YA Black wearing 94, which I'm most familiar with was Lauren Timmons, man. Lauren Timmons he was awesome. Trey Sermon is number 37. Deshaun Jameson, 38. These guys are for the practice squad. And then Max Hurlman is 84. But YA Black wearing 94, I most know that number is Lawrence Timmons. I think if I had my top 5 Steelers, he has to be 5. Like, I think I've done it before. Like, I think Big Ben needs to be in there. It's like maybe Debo, Big Ben. I think it's tough now. Maybe but it always changes. But you know what? If it always changes, somehow, some way, I've got to put in Lawrence Timmons. Lawrence Timmons to me is top 5 or top 10 or something. He was so fun to watch as a Steeler. So now we get to see big YA Black there. Wear the 94. He used to be 73. So they changed the numbers. Don't know about you guys, Steeler Nation, but I'm getting keen. I've got a few days of work in a row. So what is it? Yeah, 6 days to go. I got all these days in the work in a row at the center. I've got podcast tomorrow with Bubba, and we'll do the Jets preview. We'll try and do football talk and like actual, a few X's and O's here and there. Like, let's figure out how we can beat them, right? And we're versing Justin Fields, isn't that crazy? We're versing Justin Fields, who started week 1 for us when we went down to Atlanta and won that game 18-10. And they held TJ Watt, and that should have been a sack fumble. Then the Steelers went to Denver and won that game as well. So then we went to Chargers. We won 3-0 in a row when they all said we couldn't do it. And now I think we have a better team. The Steelers, to me, have a much better team in 2025 than they do in 2024. And they have a whole new roster in terms of defense and offense. And yeah, there's so many new guys. So anyways, if someone can go to the Discord, if you're in my Discord, and try this out. I'm not doing a pick and I've got to figure it out. Mate, did someone try it? Yeah. Excellent. So it did work. Calf. Okay. Hold up. Pretty sure I can get it. Asking for an email. I'll try. Okay. So I do have a pick'em. All right. I've got an Australian footy tips pick'em site that works for me and for my Facebook. What I'll do is, if you want to play some pick'ems too, is I'll put them on my community post for members only. If you want to be a member, hit the join button, pay the $3 or whatever. Help support the channel, help support me go to Dublin, Ireland, and we'll do pick'ems there. And I'll see how long I last because I try and do them and then I get really bored. I get so bored after a while, right? So from the Discord, it just worked for a few people, which is great. Because sometimes you can't. Okay, awesome. We'll use that. And I might give out a prize. I might give out a prize too, right? Whoever wins, right? But it's more just for fun. Okay. Speaking of pick'ems, I want to do a really, really quick, and I mean really quick pick'ems. Like, if you guys are into betting or whatever, and you put in some parlays or multis, this is what I'm doing for like 70,000 or not 70,000, like $50,000. I put $1 on, and I see what happens. Yeah, Chad Brown on the Timmins. There you go. What the fuck? My ex-girlfriends end up dude, get him back. You got to get him back. G'day, Sean. Yeah, I'm going to watch that game in just a minute too. I'm going to go have some breakfast and then turn that game on. He's playing. He's coaching for North Carolina, I think. Is that right? North Carolina. So here's my quick pick'ems. Here's my week one NFL quick pick'ems. I'm doing it as fast as I can. Here we go. So in week one, the NFL has the Thursday night game, 8:20, Cowboys versus Eagles. I believe the Eagles win that one by a lot, I reckon. They're playing the Super Bowl champions. Cowboys have traded away Micah Parsons. I think the Eagles win. We have Chiefs versus Chargers. I think Chargers are an upset. I think Jim Harbaugh or Jack Harbaugh, whatever the fuck his name is, I think they win and beat the Chiefs. They upset my homies in Brazil. I think the next one is Buccaneers versus Falcons. I think the Buccaneers are a much more talented team they are with Baker Mayfield to win that one. I think they win that away. I believe it's away. Buccaneers in Falcon territory. I think they win. Bengals versus Browns at home. The Browns can't stand both teams. Both teams are from Ohio. Both teams have lost Super Bowls. They both suck. But I do believe that the Browns play the Bengals harder, and I think the Browns are going to upset. Browns are going to upset the Bengals. Next one here is Dolphins versus Colts. I haven't been keeping up with both teams, to be honest. But let's go. They're both, to me, average teams, and they're not really on the Super Bowl chart or radar. Let's go Colts at home, just because they're at home. Panthers versus Jacksonville Jaguars and Daredevil. Don't say anything, but I do believe that the Panthers will win week one against the Jags and upset Trevor Lawrence. And I think that the bloke out there, the quarterback for the Panthers, will turn. Bryce Young will continue his success from late last year, when he was getting things together. And look out for Chuba Hubbard, man. He's actually a good running back for the Panthers. I think Panthers win. Raiders versus Patriots at home. Hard to play in Patriot Stadium, but they're a little bit different to what they were with Belichick a few years ago. I've got Raiders in an upset with the Pete Carroll coming back to coach there. And look out for Geno Smith too. He's a good quarterback. Murray versus Cardinals versus Saints. That's going to be a Cardinals win. I think Saints are a really shit team this year. I think they're really bad. I think they lose. Steelers versus Jets. I have us winning 27-0. We win. New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders. Commanders could have a chance to be a Super Bowl team this year with Jaden Daniels and a few pieces of what they've made in terms of their playmakers. They're going to win that one. Washington wins that. Titans versus Denver. Don't think Titans can do much this year, to be honest. I think Denver wins out at home. They have a really great defense. And Bo Nix is playing okay. San Fran versus Seattle Seahawks, and that is Brock Purdy versus Sam Darnold. I'm going to go with an upset, but Seahawks at home. The 49ers are favorite, but I'm going to go Seahawks at home, and that is the other bloke, Sam Darnold, to win. The big matchup, Lions versus Green Bay, is Detroit was favorite. Then they made a trade for Parsons, and now Green Bay is the big favorite, but I'm going to go an upset with the Lions beating Green Bay. I don't think that the Parsons trade straight away will work out in the first few weeks. It might take time for him to get customized to the new team. Houston versus LA. Apparently, Stafford's coming back from his injury. I'm going to go another upset as well because of LA's favorite. I'm going to go Stroud to win that one with his receivers. And Texans beat those guys, the Rams. Ravens versus Bills. Can't stand the Ravens. Won't pick them week one at all. Won't pick them probably all season. Low wins that at home versus the Ravens. The next one is the JJ McCarthy show versus Caleb Williams. And the Bears are at home. The NFL, I think, are trying to make the Bears something new, something good, come back to, like the good old days they were playing. I've got JJ McCarthy with a road win. So those are my week one tips. Week one pick'ems. And I'll try and do those as best I can every week, maybe on a live or maybe like in a video format. And I might put that on video too. Hurley, Durley. Browns suck, dude. Browns suck. What up, TD? What's going on? Yeah, the Browns are a terrible, terrible organization. Like, that's why I'm so thankful to be a Steelers fan. Like, I could have chosen any team. Yeah, I had to go with the Panthers, but I think he played well. Bryce Young played well near the end of the season. And that's why I had is it Chuba Hubbard on my fantasy team last year, because they were playing some bad teams too, and he was checking the ball down and he was getting yards receiving and he was picking up yards as a halfback, and he did a really good job. Like, he's not talked about in the NFL, but as a fantasy running back, he did really well. So I'm kind of pissed that I don't have him and someone else has him. Early doing. All right, Steel Nation, let's just go for another 4 or 5 minutes and we'll get out of here. So I can go watch some college football and get ready for g'day Toddy, and get ready for the day. No, there's no way we're last. Yeah, we're also going to do, I think, the preview on the AFC North roundtable this Wednesday at 6 p.m. So that's happening. Oh, we're back. We are back. I'm just keen to see this team play football again. And I want to see him win. We all want to see him win, but the defense is much stronger, as we've been talking about. The offense, I think, will be a bit slower to get organized. But we haven't seen Jonas Smith yet. We haven't seen DK Metcalf. We haven't seen Rodgers play football with the ones and the offense. And we want to see, they've now signed Warren to his contract, so he's ready to go. They've paid the people who they need to pay. They paid TJ Watt. There's some good things happening in this organization where people will say they're only going to win 6 wins. There's no fucking way we win 6 wins. We're at least going to win 9 games or 10. And we need to get the next step because they've improved the roster by at least 100%. Tied up at NC and TCU. Excellent, yeah. So I'm going to go watch that game too as well. And if I was a Browns fan, I'd be broke. And you know what's tough too. To be very honest, there are Browns fans out there that have been fans of the team for so long. They're good fans because they consistently support a rubbish team over and over and over. They turn up to the game, they wear the jerseys, they support the team, even though they know they're going to lose. They know their team is going to struggle. They know the Browns are the Browns, and they know that the organization does not care about them. They can build a fancy new stadium, but they've got Joe Flacco at quarterback, a bit similar to us with an older quarterback. They got a defense, but we all know that they're going to go 6-11. They're going to go 7-10. They definitely won't move the needle too much in that sense. Even in my like AFC North standings, I think the Steelers can win it 12-5. I think the Ravens go 12-5. I think the Bengals go 10, 11, and let's go 10-7 and a wild card chance. And the Browns go 6-11, something like that. Holy dooly. I think it is. Yeah, it's going to be indoors for sure. Even if the offense is complete sucks, the Steelers will still win at least 10 games. It's gotten better too. It's gotten better from previously having, we've had Trubisky, we had Big Ben Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Russell Wilson starting, Justin Fields here and there. Now they've got, thank you, TD. Remember, it's for 6 months. There you go. Thank you for being part of HDU and Hooly Dooly University, bro. As much as I didn't like Rodgers coming I didn't like him coming to the team. I've turned around a complete 180, and I'm fucking ready. I'm ready to see him play football. I'm ready to see number 8 out there, throwing the dart to DK Metcalf, linking up with Caleb Johnson, throwing the ball to Kenny G, getting Warren the ball, getting Freiermuth the ball, offensive line standing up, pushing tall, taking care of business. I truly mean this, that they can win this game to 0. If our defense comes out like Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey and plays top-notch football from the very beginning and the Jets start slow, they can win this. They can win this game 2-0. They can win 10-0, 13-0, 14-0, 17-0 for the first time since 2011 against the Rams. They can do it. You don't have to do it, but they can do it, right? They can do it. All righty. Thanks, Steel Nation. So I'll try and do that as best I can when I get time. Your Monday will be the post game every week now, but I'll be overseas and shit. So we'll see how we go. But we'll be doing live streams on Sunday, the post game as best we can. And then I'll try and do the pick'ems. I'll leave the Discord link. I'll leave it in the, not the Discord. I'll leave the pick'ems in the community link if you want to sign up. It's like an Australian thing. And at least you have something to play. We're playing fantasy, playing that one. And then, like I said, I might get 10 out of 16. But if I get all those correct, I think I put a bet on for $1, for $1 or $2 to win like $60,000. So we'll see. Right. And there are a few upsets. I've got Chargers upsetting. I've got the Browns upsetting the Bengals because Bengals are slow starters. I've got as well an upset, which would be, I think it was the Texans over Rams, just because I like CJ Stroud. I'm a big fan. I like the way he plays. And I've got Raiders over the Patriots. Football is fucking back. It's only back for a short time, but it's back. And that's what's so great about it. It's so much fun. So, yeah, Warren signs his deal. I'm keen about that. Congrats to Warren. True legend, true Pittsburgh Steeler. He could be signed. He's the kind of guy, if he accepts, he got $12 million guarantee over 2 years. He could be the guy, if Johnson turns into lead back, running back one, then in 2 or 3 years' time, maybe Warren signs again. And I know we're talking 2 or 3 years' time in advance, but like that's just the way our minds think in this kind of stuff. But why can't Warren? I'm going to sneeze. No, why can't Warren be the guy? Ooh, I didn't sneeze. All right, let's get out of here. They don't have, I know, nothing. Just so crazy. So crazy. It does need a cam. This is the way I do it. I might even go, you know what? Because I'm going overseas to Europe in a minute. I go there in 3 weeks. I might go get a touch-up. I was like, I probably have to go and get a touch-up before I go. Boom, boom, boom. On the other side. Go bang, bang. All right. Let's get out of here. You guys enjoy the college football. You guys enjoy Bubba Show too in the weekly pick'ems. Let's fucking go, dude. I don't know about you guys. I'm just keen to watch football again. This team does have a chance, I think, from all the Omar Khan moves. Mike Tomlin led team. Mike Tomlin, talking with Aaron Rodgers. I think this has a chance to win the division and has a chance to with an easier schedule too, right? You know what? Okay, let's just quickly do it because I think Bubba's doing it as well. Just quickly, right? Real quick. Let's go. Jets win 1-0. Seahawks 2-0. Patriots 3-0. We have Vikings 4-0 win with a bye. 5-0 is the Browns. Bengals 6-0. We're going to start 6-0. Packers. Let's say we lose that. Then we're 6-1. Indy 7-1. Chargers. Let's say we lose that 7-2. Then we split with the Bengals 7-3. We win the Bears 8-3. We lose against the Bills 8-4. We win against Baltimore 9-4. We win against Dolphins 10-4. We lose against the Lions 10-5. We win against the Browns 11-5, and we set up to win the division 12-5. There you have it. There you have it. That was quick. That was really quick. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I'll see you later. We are so close. We're so close to football being here in our back pocket. Enjoy the week. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Bubba and Shano show. See you tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Hey, Rod. See you later. Got the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.